Nestled between the mountains in Switzerland's Valais region is the medieval town of Zermatt. In winter, this ski resort is the playground of the rich and famous. In summer, hikers take to the slopes. It's free of all cars, always has been, so silent electric vans ply the streets. And tourists swarm the place, hoping to catch a glimpse of Europe's most iconic mountain, the Matterhorn. But I'm not here as a tourist. I'm here to track down what's known as the cutest sheep on earth, the Valais Black Nose sheep. To locate them, high up in the Alps there, I have to take the mountain railway, the Grat. Built back in the 1890s, this was Switzerland's first electric cogwheel railway. I'm joined by Christoph Andergren from the Grat Bahn's head office. The train winds its way up to around 3,000 metres above sea level. But we're getting off about halfway because this is where the black-nosed sheep graze during these last few weeks of summer.
We have an app, and the sheep, they have GPS. And there is, for instance, Bianca. She is 3 years old, has 5 kilograms wool. Then we have the Lizzie. She is 5 years old. And the third one is Stampfi, also 3 years old. And now we know where they are grazing, and we can go up and find them really live. Okay, let's go.
And there they are, on their home turf, just minding their own business and being, well, impossibly cute.
I'm Helen, I'm 52 years old, I'm from Germany, and I moved here because I want to climb up the Matterhorn next year. And
Helen Soyken was a flight attendant and a taxation lawyer. She now adds shepherdess to her job title.
Do you know anything about the black-nosed sheep?
The black-nosed sheep are such a worldwide phenomenon that Helen has been hired to guide the increasing number of international tourists who click on the app to meet the sheep in the Alps.
I'm the shepherd on the GPS, and they can track the sheep. So some of them, 7 sheep. I'm sheep number 8 on the GPS. I'm responsible for the sweet sheep on 2 legs.
Well, Helen is there for the people. There is a proper shepherd who always stays with the flock to keep an eye on their health and protect them from wolves. Because there is a serious side to all of this. While the Valais Black Nose and their predecessors have roamed the mountains for centuries, these are actually farm animals, sent up here to feed on the lush grasses over summer before seeing out the winter in their town barn.
I'm Paul Mark Julen. I'm from Zermatt in Switzerland, and we are farming here black-nosed sheep and a couple of cows as well, next to running hotels and restaurants.
There's no more prominent a family name in this region than Julen. They own top hotels and transport services. And those sheep that people travel from across the world to be photographed with are theirs.
It's actually the black-nosed sheep that have been here maybe even before our family was here. The black-nosed sheep is the local traditional sheep. It dates many hundred years back. We believe that the first black-nosed sheep comes out of a crossing of a white Bergamasca sheep from northern Italy, nowadays northern Italy, and the black wild mountain sheep from this area here.
The Julen's barn is on the edge of town. In summer it's quiet, a storage shed for winter feed. The only sheep here are 3 breeding rams. Paul Mark says these boys don't get to frolic with the mountain-based females in summer. They've already done their job in spring.
That's usually also the time when we give half of the flock to the males. So we have to choose which ladies are going with which male, because this is how we actually are doing our breeding.
They're bred for wool and meat. The latter is on the menu of some of Zermatt's restaurants, including the Julen's own hotels.
Whenever you see somebody in the world named Julen, you can tell him, I know where you come from, because it's the only place where this name originally comes from.
Most nights you'll find Paul Mark here, speaking with his guests.
Thank you for being in Zermatt and thank you for traveling our country.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. We are from Canada.
In very good way.
We have Australian lamb, but never had the same taste as here. This is very, you can't tell what meat it is. It's not a strong lamb taste.
Flavor,
very unique. Very unique.
Thank you.
Tourism in Zermatt unashamedly rides on the sheep's back. In summer, Wally, the black nose sheep mascot, strolls the main street, greeting visitors. And the souvenir shops are stocked with sheep merch.
Look at that face.
The Julens are also well aware that despite generous farm subsidies, it's tourism that pays the bills.
Well, I must admit that Switzerland is helping the farmers a lot. We can only do this kind of farming because we have government help. On the other hand, it's still not enough here, because this region here is actually not made for farming. The hills are so steep, so stony, we don't have big fields. Our chance is in the combination with the tourism.
As the early morning autumn sun lights up the Matterhorn, the sheep return to the barn. A few have been shorn, their wool to fill quilts and pillows. It's too coarse for clothing. Some animals will go to the town's small slaughterhouse.
And so we can say that from beginning of the life of an animal, when it sees the light of this planet, until the actual meat is being served in one of our restaurants or hotel, the animals are not skipping the family hand, they're staying under company control. And this is a fantastic, unique situation that it's hard to find anywhere else.
For me, it's not nice because I live plant-based that, yeah, they have the sheep for the meat, that's it. I know they have a natural life, they have a good life, they have a shepherd who takes care of them if they have problems, but yeah, for me it's not nice to know that they live their life just to be a meal.
Autumn is also showtime. In the nearby village of Randa, almost all the 300 locals and a handful of intrepid travellers turn out for the annual Black Nose Shepherds Festival.
I don't know, they're so cute. Trying to find their eyes. Yeah.
Judges mark the animals on colour, leg straightness and wool quality. The red paint meaning they haven't made the grade. Blue they have. At the Julen's barn, it's all hands on deck as they prepare their flock for the biggest of these sheep shows.
The highlight of the shepherds here is usually the autumn, because that's when the animals are coming down from the mountain, when we are choosing out which ones are our best looking animals, and then we are cleaning them and making them look nice and washing them and getting them ready for the big get together with all the other farmers and their best animals, which is the annual sheep show taking place in the beginning of September here in Zermatt.
While Paul Mark is very much the urbane front man of this operation, his father is all farmer. Paul Julen Sr. started 50 years ago with just 8 sheep. He now has 150, the biggest flock in Switzerland, probably one of the biggest in the world.
My name is Paul Julen.
Show day in Zermatt, and the weather has turned.
It's a very important day. It's a day in the year where we are breeding for, and sometimes we have good weather. Then the sheep, they look better because the wool is up, looks nice. Now we have the whole morning rain, so the wool is a little bit down.
The contestants had hairbands to make their fringes fall forward. They're removed, but the rain means it's all in vain. Paul Julen has more than 100 sheep in the show. There are 8 other farmers with fewer animals.
20, 56, 35, 04.
The judges are looking for 3 main features.
First point is the type of the sheep. How big is it is, how it looks, how is his face, and then also the black mark in the head has to be really black, not a white nose or gray hair, has to be black. Until 3 years, all the 4 knees has to be the black points, and then down at the feet has to be also black. The second point means the legs, how the sheep walk, how straight the legs has to be straight, and then on the number 3 we look for the wool.
Charlie, my sweetie, I know you're hungry. You're always hungry.
This is also the first time in weeks that Helen Soykin has seen her former charges, and the bond is clearly still there. Paul Julen also loves these animals. He thinks of them as family. But today is not his day in the show ring. The winning blue ribbon eludes him this time.
I don't like this expert, and I think he don't like me, and so that is difficult. But it's okay. You know, I'm long time enough there, and I can see what I have, and I know what is not good on my sheep, that I know by my own, and I'm my own expert. I don't need other experts. So it is like it is. Keep going on, like every year.